the group's order book had actually ballooned from 1.5 billion ringgit in the previous quarter to 2.2 billion ringgit in in the recent quarter. So between the two quarterly announcements, that is actually around 700 million ringgit worth of new projects, which is actually as big as your market cap, right? But it seems like some of these new order books, which you guys have won, may not be announced across the bursa or in the media. So I think this person is asking, is there any reason for this? Because good news should always be shared, and so after that, can you share more details about the projects secured between the past two quarters, and what could be the expected margin for these projects? Paul?
Yep, sure, Only. Thanks. So just a little bit on our order books. Yeah, so as of January, I think when we announced our result, we cut off end of January 2021. So our outstanding order book has come to 2.2 billion. So owing the fact that some of the projects that we have, taking our threshold announcement is $50 million US, because we are servicing our customer across the whole region. So of course, some of the project we didn't announce, but majority of it are our real electrification project and also our transmission line and substation project all across the region. So we have a few projects in Cambodia we secured, and then a significant one, of course, we have announced in the last month, was the JICA project for the Phnom Penh City Network Improvement Project of a 230 kilovolt underground cable job. And this is significant because this is one of the highest level of underground cable contract that we're going to have in the whole Southeast Asia region outside of Malaysia. So we announced that one because it's quite significant. It opened doors to PESTECH Group to many other opportunities that will happen either in Philippines, Thailand, and even in Indonesia in the future, hopefully. So the prospects of the group, of course, we are servicing in the whole Southeast Asia region. Our focus is about 600 million. And based on the World Economic Report, World Energy Report, there are about 20 to 30 billion US dollar opportunity for electrical infrastructure build up per year from now until 2030. So really, what we have in hand is close to around 400 to 600 million US dollar in our order book. It's just touching on about 1 or 2% of the total available market only. So basically, that is the reason, and there are many opportunities all around the region that we tender. But of course, we didn't announce every project that we win. We have a threshold of about 50 million US dollar. That is the reason only.
Okay, I think there's a follow-up question here. And there are a few more questions with regards to your order book and your tender book. So perhaps the question can be like, following up on, could you shed some more lights on the weightage of the expected completion year for the majority of your 2.2 billion order book? That's question number one. And again, as Swat Hong Ling Yo mentioned here, would you be able to give the future prospect some color? Like, what is your current tender book and what is the usual tender book winning rate?
Okay. So, or maybe on the completion period, the 2.2 billion project that we have in hand range from around 24 months to 36 months. So it will safely say that if we don't win any more projects, it will last us for another 2 years. I guess from a burning rate of approximately close to $1 billion a year, it will be lasting us for about 2 years to 3 years. However, for the last 3-4 financial year, starting from 2017, 2018, because of the available market and references that we have and customer that we service, we are able to close every year new order book of around 1 billion ringgit. Of course, this year we are very confident that we will maybe break about 1.6, 1.7 million 1.7 billion ringgit new order book in 2021, year 2021. I think mainly because also around the region, a lot of government is focusing in reviving the project after this pandemic happening for the last year. So a lot of electrical infrastructure work is pushing out, and we see that there's more than available than previous years. The amount of tender that's coming out, for example, in Philippines, in Cambodia, and even in Papua New Guinea. So these are the three main markets that we're serving right now. Now, of course, previously we were quite active in Myanmar. Now, of course, recently there is a coup and uncertainties in Myanmar, so we are now discounting that market for a while. Lucky for us, we have not started anything. It's just an office space and starting to talking to our customer in Myanmar. So moving forward, we see in the next 1-2 years quite a lot of opportunity of tendering coming out from government around the region, as well as for real electrification. I guess what we're hoping is we have created ourselves around the quite a different segment of business because of reference in Malaysia on building up real electrification. So opportunity is opening up for us into the region where we can have opportunity to now offer our service in the setup of real electrification in countries like Philippines, Thailand at this moment. Of course, other countries not just pick up for real electrification, but we are quite excited. We feel that the next this financial year or even next financial year, we are able to win a major real electrification job in the region will be our focus. So our tender book is now seeing quite a lot of opportunity for real electrification. And actually our last quarter, our active major tender book stood at about 1.9 billion. Over the last couple of years, our hit rate over about 20 to 30% of the our major tender book running.
Okay,